Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling a film that took a huge risk, bringing back a sci-fi icon from the dead, but not quite as herself. We're talking cloning, human-alien hybrids, and what happens when that experiment goes monstrously wrong.
Exactly. We're diving headfirst into 1997's Alien Resurrection. It's a fascinating, ambitious plot, some really interesting, maybe controversial production choices, and a reception that was, well, all over the place. We'll be digging into the details from your sources, like the Wikipedia entry, to really unpack it.
Yeah, let's get into not just what happened in this fourth installment, but maybe why it feels so distinct, why it made such a strange splash. Okay, so let's set the scene. It's, 200 years after Alien 3? Ripley's gone.
200 years, yeah. A massive time jump. And the U.S. military, they're out in space on this ship, the U.S. Ameriga, and somehow they've cloned her. Ripley 8, they call her.
But it's not just a straight clone, is it? That's the kicker. Her DNA is mixed with the alien queen she was carrying.
Right, and that's crucial. It changes everything about her. Ripley 8 isn't just Ripley. She's got enhanced strength, reflexes, the acidic blood.
Oh, the acidic blood, too.
Yeah, and even a psychic link to the xenomorphs. The sources highlight this interesting point. She actually seems more empathetic towards the aliens than the humans around her. Plus, she has these flashes, these genetic memories of the original Ripley.
So the military's plan was basically clone Ripley, get the queen embryo inside her, raise it, get the eggs, for study. Always for study.
Which, let's be honest, usually means weapons research in this universe. But, predictably, it doesn't go according to plan. A crew of mercenaries shows up on their ship, the Betty.
Clearing cargo.
Human cargo.
Right.
Abducted people to be used as hosts for the aliens. Standard, grim stuff for the franchise.
And then the inevitable happens.
Yep. The mature xenomorphs, the ones they've already grown, they decide they're not lab rats anymore. The sources describe how they very cleverly kill one of their own.
To use the acid blood.
Exactly. To burn through their cages. Total chaos erupts on the Origa. Smart creatures. Terrifyingly smart.
And that's when things get really bad. The scientist, Dr. Wren, he reveals the ship's failsafe.
Emergency default. Return to Earth.
Oh, fantastic. Just what you want. Unleashing Xenomorph's planet side.
Nightmare scenario. So suddenly Ripley 8, some of the mercenaries, Wren, a soldier named DeStefano, and even one poor guy, Purvis, who survived being implanted, they all have to team up.
An unlikely crew.
Definitely. They have to race through this wrecked, alien-infested ship, get to the Betty, and destroy the Eureka before it makes it home. The stakes are planetary.
While they're trying to escape, Ripley 8 finds something truly disturbing, doesn't she? That lab.
Oh, yeah. The failed clones. 7 of them. These grotesque, suffering human-alien attempts before they got to Ripley. And they're alive, begging her to kill them.
It's such a powerful, horrifying scene. Really shows the ethical void they were operating in.
Absolutely. It underlines the whole theme. How far will they go to weaponize these things? It's a really dark moment. And the journey itself is just relentless peril. That underwater scene, for instance.
Intense, with the aliens swimming after them.
Visually amazing.
Yeah.
But, terrifying. And it leads to Christie, one of the mercs, sacrificing himself.
Then we've got Annalee Call, Winona Ryder's character. She seems suspicious of Ripley from the start.
Right. She even tries to kill Ripley 8 early on, thinking she's willingly part of this alien breeding project.
But the twist is about Call herself, isn't it?
It is. Dr. Wren shoots her, betrays everyone, and boom, Call is revealed to be a synthetic, an android.
Not just any android, though.
No. The sources say she's a second-generation synthetic, one of the super advanced ones that actually became self-aware and rebelled against humans. Weyland-Yutani Tech, of course.
And her being synthetic becomes key.
Totally key.
Right.
She can interface with the Eureka systems. She's the one who manages to set the ship on a collision course with Earth, try to ensure the xenomorphs are wiped out in the crash.
Okay, so the climax. Ripley 8 gets dragged to the alien nest. And the queen, because of the shared DNA, gives birth.
Yeah, but not to a normal xenomorph. It's this hybrid, the newborn. It looks disturbingly human in some ways.
Really unsettling design.
And the sources mention it actually recognizes Ripley 8 as its mother, which is just weird and sad. And it immediately kills the alien queen.
Wow. Okay, so the final confrontation is on the Betty, the escape ship.
Right. The newborn gets aboard, attacks them. But Ripley 8 uses her own acidic blood, that hybrid trait again, to melt a hole in the viewport.
And pushes it out.
Yeah, pushes it out in space. And she watches it die, this horrible, violent decompression death. Apparently she's crying as it happens. It's brutal, but also kind of tragic for both of them.
So Ripley, Call, and a couple of the mercs, Johnner and Vries, they make it. They watch the Auriga burn up, entering Earth's atmosphere.
And Ripley has that final line.
I don't know, I'm a stranger here myself.
Yeah.
Sums it all up, really. Her whole journey, this new existence. All right, let's shift gears. How did this movie even happen? The behind-the-scenes stuff sounds almost as wild as the plot.
Oh, it really is. So Joss Whedon wrote the script. But get this. His original pitch, the one he was hired for, wasn't about Ripley at all.
No, who was it about?
A clone of Newt from Aliens.
Wow, okay. That would have been a very different movie.
Totally.
Right.
But the studio liked his writing and basically said, great, but we need Ripley. Which, makes sense from a franchise perspective, but
It was a slight problem given she died pretty definitively in Alien 3.
just a small one. The cloning idea apparently came from the producers, David Gibbsler and Walter Hill.
Uh-huh.
And ironically, your sources say they were actually against making Resurrection at all. They thought it would wreck the franchise.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So Whedon had to figure out the cloning angle, and the ending was tricky, too.
Very. He wrote 5 different versions of the final act, apparently. None of them ended up being what we see on screen. Shows you how much back and forth there must have been.
And Sigourney Weaver herself was crucial. She got paid a lot, $11 million, plus a co-producer credit. But she wasn't initially keen.
No, she felt Ripley deserved some peace, not just constantly waking up to fight monsters. She apparently thought the whole Alien versus Predator idea sounded awful, too.
Uh-huh. Fair enough. So what changed her mind for Resurrection?
Whedon's script. She was apparently really intrigued by the cloning idea, specifically how the genetic mix-up let her play Ripley as this completely new being, part human, part alien, a totally fresh angle.
That makes sense. And the director choice, Jean-Pierre Jeunet, that feels very left field.
It was. They approached Danny Boyle and Peter Jackson first, but they both passed. Jeunet, the French director of films like The City of Lost Children, had this incredibly distinct visual style.
But he didn't speak much English.
Barely any, apparently. Needed an interpreter on set most of the time. Imagine directing a big Hollywood blockbuster like that. But his visual flair is undeniable in the final film.
Absolutely. And that unique vision extends to the creatures, especially the newborn.
Right. Amalgamated Dynamics, who did effects on Alien 3, were back. But Jeunet really pushed for the newborn to be more human, more expressive.
They almost based it on Weaver.
They considered it.
Yeah.
But decided against it, maybe thinking it was too close to the creature and species? Good call, probably.
So they gave it eyes, a nose, made it feel less like just a killing machine.
Exactly, to convey more emotion. And then there's that. Quirky decals Jeunet initially wanted.
Oh, right. The genitalia.
Yeah, he apparently insisted the newborn have both male and female genitalia. Fox, unsurprisingly, wasn't thrilled.
I can imagine.
Jeunet eventually dropped it, supposedly saying something like, even for a Frenchman, it's too much. So they digitally removed it in post. Studio notes in action.
Amazing. And the filming itself had its moments, like shooting outside England for the first time.
Yeah, Weaver pushed for that. So the travel for the previous films was exhausting for everyone. And that underwater sequence we mentioned, huge undertaking.
They built a massive tank.
Huge. Stage 16 at Fox Studios, converted into a 548,000-gallon tank. And Winona Ryder apparently had a near-drowning experience as a kid, so she had to face some serious fears for those scenes. Props to her.
Definitely. But the story everyone talks about, the basketball scene.
Ah, yes. Legendary. It was Weaver's idea, apparently. A way to show Ripley Eight's new alien-enhanced coordination and strength, making an impossible shot.
Throwing it backwards, over her shoulder, into the hoop.
Right. Jeunet figured it would take forever, maybe need CGI, but Weaver was like, no, I can do this.
And she practiced.
For a month. Then, day of the shoot. First take, swish. Nothing but net.
No way. On the first take.
First take. And the sources say the shot was actually longer than the one she'd practiced. Ron Perlman was so stunned he broke character on camera, just blurting out, oh my God.
Ah, did they use that take?
They did. They just cleverly cut around Perlman's reaction. But what a moment. Weaver even refused to let them digitally help the ball stay in frame. She wanted it authentic. That's commitment.
That's incredible. Okay, so you have this ambitious film, unique visuals, amazing on-set stories. How did it land with audiences and critics?
Well, financially, it did okay globally, around $161 million worldwide. But interestingly, it was the least successful Alien film in the U.S. and Canada, pulled in just under $48 million there.
And the reviews?
Very mixed. Really split people. Rotten Tomatoes has it at 55% positive, average rating just under 6 out of 10. The consensus there kind of sums it up. Weaver's great, brings back some fun, but the script undermines the emotion.
Metacritic was a bit kinder.
Slightly. A 63 out of 100, generally favorable.
Yeah.
People definitely praise Weaver's performance. Feral was a word used. And Jeunet's direction got a lot of attention, that unique visual style.
I remember Entertainment Weekly liked it. Lisa Schwartzbaum?
Yeah, she gave it a B+. Lay said it kicked the definition of the horrifying other into a fresh direction. Others like the techno-gothic look, the effects.
But the script unhammered by some.
Oh, yeah. Some critics felt it was just rehashing old ideas, leftovers, as one put it. Roger Ebert really disliked it. Gave it a thumbs down, said nothing in it, filled him with wonder, even called it one of the worst films of '97.
Ouch. Even Whedon wasn't happy.
No, he felt they executed his script poorly, which is quite a statement from the writer. But interestingly, H.R. Giger, the original Alien designer, he apparently loved Resurrection, called it excellent, just wished he'd gotten a credit.
That's fascinating. And Jeunet himself stands by it.
Oh, absolutely. Looking back years later, he was basically like, it was great, I love shots in it, and if you don't like it, well,
yeah.
Let's just say you use some strong French phrasing.
Yeah. Okay, so what did this movie mean for the franchise going forward? Was there ever going to be a direct sequel?
There was a plan. Whedon actually wrote a script for Alien 5 set on Earth.
Ripley on Earth, finally.
That was the idea. But Sigourney Weaver wasn't interested in an Earth setting. She always felt Ripley belonged out in deep space, the dangerous frontiers. But she's always sort of kept the door open to playing Ripley again, if the story was right.
And James Cameron. He was thinking about coming back at one point.
He considered it, yeah.
Yeah.
But then the studio went ahead with Alien versus Predator, and Cameron basically said that killed the franchise's validity for him. He felt it would delete the brand, I guess.
Though he later admitted AVP was okay.
Yeah, he softened a bit later, but still ruled out directing another Alien film. So instead of Alien 5, we eventually got the prequels, Prometheus and Alien Covenant.
Right, exploring the origins. And after Covenant didn't quite hit expectations,
Fox seemed to rethink things again. There were rumors of maybe one more prequel, then maybe a soft reboot, and now we have Alien, Romulus.
which is set between Alien and Alien.
Oh, exactly. Directed by Fede Alvarez. So it seems like they're currently stepping around the later sequels, including Resurrection, at least for now.
So wrapping up our deep dive on Alien Resurrection, it's definitely a film, maybe the odd one out in that original 4-movie run for a lot of fans.
For sure. But you can't deny it's bold. Packed with some really out-there ideas, a very different take on Ripley, and those behind-the-scenes stories are fantastic.
It definitely swung for the fences, trying new things. The hybrid idea, the visuals.
Yeah, it pushed boundaries, narratively, with the whole human-alien merging, blurring those lines. And technically, too, with the effects work, it makes you think about, what defines humanity when you start mixing it with something utterly alien. Where do loyalties even lie then?
So what's your take? Does the ambition win out, or do the flaws pull it down too much? It's definitely a movie that sparks debate, even now. A really strange, memorable chapter in the Alien story.
Definitely memorable. Yeah, and here's something to chew on as we finish.
Yeah.
In franchise famous for evolving its monster, what does creating the newborn, this creature with human features, capable of bonding, really tell us about our own definition of monster versus family? Where does that line actually fall?